welcome back to Hold and Modify, YouTube's most poorly produced, underproduced Amiga channel. And today we've got the Amiga 3000 open here, and why do we have it open again? Last video you saw, I showed you trying to install Legend of Kyrandia, or Kyrandia, Kriandia, I don't know, I mispronounced it so many times, who knows, right? Could have installed Flight of the Intruder, that is an amazing game, by the way. Or any of these awesome games, by the way, they're really cool. So the thing was the smeary vision on the monitor, right? A lot of folks were like, well, it's probably your Picasso 4 card. Okay, here's a Picasso 4 sitting over here. Now, as I mentioned, I plugged directly into the Amiga 3000 and I was still getting the smear. Now, if you look way down here, see this here? Right here, let's do this instead. This is a non-conductive screwdriver, by the way. Right here is this little trimmer pot, okay? And this is how you can adjust the video output sync for the amber or whatever to make it the phase lock or whatever to help clean up the image. And all of these chips you're seeing here, these have to do with like red, green, and blue channels and phase lock and all kinds of fun stuff. So what I want to do is, well, first off, you saw I've got the monitor plugged right into the 3000. I want to go ahead and turn this on and then start pressing on these chips to see if the smear on the monitor changes. Now, I've already adjusted this little trimmer pot down here to get rid of the jitter I was getting. I was getting like a jitter from the amber. So I adjusted this phase pot to get rid of that. But I'm just going to go ahead and press on things. And yes, I'm going to touch that again just to see if it affects the smear. So let's go down here and let's try this out. So now let's go ahead and turn on the Always Boots 3000. There it goes. Look at that. Always Boots 3000. Look at that hard drive. That's what hard drives look like, right? Sure they do. There it goes. Now, what you're seeing here is out of range. That's because the flicker fixer on the 3000 is most likely off. So let's turn it on. I've got the flicker fixer enabled. So we have a nice, clean as we can get signal. If you look closely, of course, yeah, you'll see this horizontal smearing. I've gone ahead and pushed these chips down here, and yeah, if I push on them, I can cause kind of a color change to happen that's very subtle. So the next thing I'm going to do is the adjustment pot. So this little bugger, probably not going to focus. Yeah, it's not going to focus. Let's see if I can get in here. Way down here. So this little guy here, the adjustment pot. I'm going to start wenching on that. And I know if I wench on it, it's going to cause the screen to start to jitter. But I want to see if it'll do anything about these little funky scan lines we're seeing here. So I'm going to just touch this thing with my non-conductive ceramic screwdriver and try to find the hole. I'm really bad at finding the hole. So I've gone in here and I've messed with the phase lock dial there, that little tiny dial down there. And again, the best I'm able to get is a stable image. If I tweak it too much, it'll go out of sync. If I go too far, it'll get little wiggly, jittery pixels, but I cannot get rid of this smearing. So I don't know what that is. It must be something that's inherent to the 3000's chipset that's in here. There's not really much more I can do adjustment-wise on my end to get this, not to be smeary. So I don't know where the smear is coming from. Obviously, this is a Amiga 3000, so all the capacitors and those things and resistor packs, they're all new. And the chips were all transferred in donor chips from my 3000 that I sent and other 3000s that there was access to. So there's not really, I don't see anything else I can really tweak on or adjust. So that smear, unfortunately, I don't think I can get rid of it. And as I said, the Picasso 4 over here, it grabs the video slot information here from the video slot, and in a way, it actually amplifies the smear. So on the native Amiga screen output here, the smear is less pronounced versus the Picasso. It's almost like Picasso enhances the smear or something. I don't know. It's really strange. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what I can do more about this. I'm going to probably have to live with this Amiga 3000 smear for now. If any of you have any idea of what could possibly be done, or if there's like another adjustment I'm not finding or I'm forgetting about, I mean, there's this thing here. I don't know what that is. What does that do? That looks like a thing, but it's not anywhere near the video chipset, right? So I don't really want to touch it. I don't really see anything else, so I don't know. I don't know. But if any of you have any ideas, you want to leave a comment below, it's much appreciated. Here's my awesome cooling solution. Of course, Dr. Chris helped me figure that one out. He gave me a really neat bracket for this fan, so he 3D printed me a bracket for this, and I broke it within about 3 minutes of having it. So that's why you see that being held on with the tape there. And everything else is okay. Yeah. All right, well, I guess that's it for the 3000 tech video here. You know, I don't do tech stuff. I'm not really good at this stuff. There's not much I can do. So, I mean, hey, I was smart enough to have non-conductive screwdrivers at least. Thanks for watching, and I'm done with this video for now.